Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with another look at Jumpstart 2022. So a loyal member of the channel, Jevin H, has agreed to take on the Jumpstart challenge and see what kind of value he can find inside of his box. So we're going to go ahead and open this up for Jevin. We're going to wish him the best of luck. And then we're going to go ahead and analyze the entire box and do a little comparison of this box to previous Jumpstart 2022 boxes opened on the channel. So Jevin, thank you very much for sponsoring this box. All the cards are going to head your way as soon as we're done recording, as well as the analysis will be in your hands before anyone else's. So thank you so much for sponsoring the box, and here we go. Pack number one. So we are going to have to do the double slice, but have no fear. All the cards in the back are just basic lands. If I do damage some, I have a ton of Jumpstart 2022 basic lands, and I'll replace them. All right, so first up, we're going to see the theme of scrying. Now, this is a rare theme, which means that there are two different variants. So let's see which one we get. So we are going to see Kenosis, Priest of Thassa. This is going to be a pretty decent hit for us, just over $4. And then we're going to see a Biblioplex Kraken, followed by a Cryptic Serpent, a Perilous Voyage, and Interpret the Signs. Then we're going to see a Preordain, another card valued over $3. Then we're going to see ourselves a Fairy Seer, followed by a Sage Rose Savant, a Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Then we've got ourselves an Octoprophet with a No Escape, a Raider's Carve, a Thriving Isle, and then we're going to see just some Jumpstart basic lands in the back. All right. Now, unfortunately, unlike Jumpstart, the original Jumpstart 2022 comes with a ton of Jumpstart-specific lands, so none of the Jumpstart lands are actually of any value. So they're just basic lands. They're still cool to look at. All right, so next up, we are going to see Insects out of green. Insects is just going to be a common theme, which means that there's 4 different variants. So let's see which one we get. So we're going to see a Dead Bridge Goliath coming in as our rare, with a second rare, a Phantom Nantuko. Then we're going to see a Nessian Hornbeetle, followed by an Iridescent Hornbeetle, Nantuko Cultivator, with a Crawling Sensation, Caustic Caterpillar, Drudge Beetle, an Iron Shell Beetle, with a Giant Ladybug, a Restless Pursuit, Hunter's Edge, and a Thriving Grove, with our standard chorus. All right, so we'll just make a tiny bit of room here and some piles, and we'll just keep on going. So there are 24 themes, or 24 theme packs in a box. There are a total of, I think it's 43 themes. There are 11 mythic themes. Those are going to be the ones that we're looking for. Mythic themes only have a single variation. So in this case, we've got another gross here. This is going to, or a gross. This is going to be a common theme. This one has 4 different variations. Let's see which one we get. So we're going to see the Phyrexian Plague Lord coming in. This is, I believe, going to hold some value for us. And then we're going to see ourselves a Plague Crafter in the anime treatment with a Skull Slither Worm, Phyrexian Reclamation. Then we're going to see a Blighted Fen, followed by a Blade Keeper, Durable Coilbug with a Deathbloom Talent, Devouring Swarm, with a Phyrexian Devaser, Eaten Alive, a Fungal Infection, then we've got a Grotesque Mutation, and a Thriving Moor. And there's our swamps. Always like to fan out the basic lands, just in case the factory made a mistake and snuck in, the rare from the next pack. You never know. All right, so we are going to see our first mythic theme here. This is going to be Shapeshifters, which means I know exactly what's in here, but I'm going to hold it for a second. So we are going to see a Pirated Copy. Pirated Copy is going to be one of the better cards in the set, currently valued over $12. So congratulations, Jevin. And right behind that is going to be a Gigantoplasm. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mirror Image. Mirror Image is going to hold some value. Then we're going to see the Bloodline Pretender, followed by a Lookout's Dispersal, an Heirloom Blade, Universal Automation, Amoeboid Changeling with a Mistwalker. Then we're going to see a Letargia Kinseekers, a Chilling Trap, Crashing Tide, with a Thriving Isle. And just the standard islands in the back. Awesome to see. So we got ourselves one of the mythic themes. We'd like to see, so I've seen as little as 2 mythic themes. And I think as many as 5 in a box. So let's hope for a 5 mythic box here. So we got ourselves Cats. Cats is going to have the old Leonin War Leader, followed by an Ingenious Leonin, King of the Pride, Savannah Lions. Then we're going to see ourselves a Make a Stand, a Leonin Snarecaster with a Pouncing Lynx, Sky Hunter Prowler with a Basari's Acolyte, a Leonin Scimitar, an Impeccable Timing, Weight of Conscience, and then the Thriving Heath. And there's our planes. Fantastic. So just because you get a common theme does not mean that you're going to see common cards or even common value. So the theme just kind of, or the rarity of the theme just kind of refers to how many different variations there are. So like in this case, this is Holy. This is going to be another common. However, one of the Holies does include Lyra the Dawnbringer. Let's see if it's this one. So we're going to see a Dawn of Hope, and that'll do it. We'll see our Planner Atlas, followed by a Valkyrie Harbinger, which I do believe does hold some value. And then we're going to see the Emancipation Angel, followed by a Serene Steward, an Inspiring Cleric, Chains of Custody, Pilgrim of the Ages, Dawning Angel, Anointer of Valor, Light of Hope, a Divine Arrow, and a Thriving Heath. And just the planes in the back. Nice to see that this one is actually one of the double wrapped. I have seen Jumpstart 2022 without this inner wrapping. It's fully sealed on the box side. Just for some reason, the inner packages weren't double sealed. So we've got ourselves Elves. This is going to be another common theme. And we're going to see ourselves an Impervious Perfect coming in as our rare, followed by Daiwin's Elite, Geopor Guide, Primeval Herald. Then we've got ourselves the Elven Bow, the Reckless Amplimancer, Elvish Rejuvenator, Ivy Lane Denizen, followed by an Elderleaf Mentor, Roots of Wisdom, Might of the Masses, band together with a Thriving Grove. All right, fantastic. And in case you were wondering, currently there are 88 cards in Jumpstart 2022 valued over $1 and 9 cards valued over $10. So there's definitely some value here. Roughly 9.5% of all the cards in Jumpstart 2022 are valued over $1. So we got ourselves Constellation here. This is going to be a rare theme out of white. So rare indicates that there are 2 different variations of this. So let's see which one we got. So we've got the Archon of Sun's Grace coming in as our first rare, with a Sage's Referee coming in the anime treatment, with a Blessed Spirits, Favor of Irones, Spectre Steel, Chains of Custody, Glory Bearers, Transcended Envoy, Captivating Unicorn, Forced Worship, Pious Wayfarer, with a Spirited Companion. Then we're going to see ourselves a Thriving Heath, and a whole bunch of planes. So lots of enchantment creatures in that particular theme, so perfect timing with Eldraine. All right, so we've got ourselves Demons. This is going to be another rare coming in out of black. So we're going to see a Demon of Catastrophes coming in as our theme rare, followed by Saison, Perverter of Truth. Then we're going to see a Conductor of Cacophony with the Disciple of Perdition, followed by Demon's Disciple. Then we've got ourselves a Deadhound, an Infernal Idol, Diabolic Edict with a Doom Dissenter, and then Takanuma Bleeder with the Demonic Gifts, a Demon's Grasp, and then we've got ourselves a Thriving Boar. And there's our swamps. So in my opinion, the best theme to get is the Urza's theme. It contains 3 cards valued over $3, and 2 of them, I believe, are over 10. All right, so that's the second time I've called a theme. So here we go. This is going to be, in my opinion, the best one that you can get. Now, it is not the most valuable. There is a blue one, which contains a Ristic Study. All right, so Urza's. Karn Liberated coming in here. Karn Liberated, I believe, is over $10. And right behind that, we're going to see the Walking Ballista. And the Walking Ballista, I know, is over $10. Then we're also going to see the Golem Artisan, followed by the Meteor Golem, and then the Planner Atlas with an Urza's Factory, Then we're going to see ourselves a Lochthwain Gargoyle, a Ruined Servitor, a Mannequin, a Thought Mage's Familiar, Universal Solvent, Alchemist Vial, and then an Expedition Map, another high value card. And then we're going to see ourselves a couple of Urza's Towers, then a couple of Urza's Power Plants, and we're going to round it off with some Urza's Mines. That is awesome. All right, so our second mythic theme, and in my opinion, the best mythic theme. So Jevin, I hope you really enjoyed that Urza's theme deck there. All right, so we are going to see Fiery coming in here. So Fiery is going to be just a common at a red. And we're going to see ourselves an Ogre Battlemaster, followed by a Chandra's Praeling. Make sure I keep my pile straight. Then we're going to see a Chandra's Spitfire, followed by Dance with the Devils, Coalborn Entity, Thermo Alchemist, Wildfire Elemental, Pillar of Flame, Thrill of Possibility, Hunger Flames, Flame Lash, Fiery Intervention with a Thriving Bluff. And there we go, just some mountains in the back. All right, so I'm just going to slide that stack forward. Don't want to knock over any of Jevin's cards. Got to keep them in mint condition. That way he can add them to his collection. All right, next up we got ourselves a Morbid out of black. Morbid's going to be a rare with 2 variants. And we're going to see Reaper from the Abyss coming in as a mythic hit here. Followed by Disciple of Perdition, Moorcut Banshee, a Spawning Pit, followed by a Bone Picker, Suspicious Shambler, Tragic Slip in Anime, with a Wake Dancer, Liliana Steward, Durable Coil Bug, Village Rites, Reeve Soul, and then a Mortuary Mire with a Thriving Moor and some swamps. All right, next theme is going to be cycling. This is going to be a rare at a red. And it includes the Ice and Crag Pyromancer with a Starstorm. Then we're going to see a Deem Worthy with a Mad Ratter, Rooting Moloch, Reptilian Reflection, Drannith Stinger, Bloodhaze Wolverine, Prickly Marmoset with a Plundering Predator, Go for Blood, Raking Claws, Forgotten Cave, and then a Thriving Bluff. There we go. All right, next up we got Ferocious coming in at green. We're going to see Rona's the Indomitable coming in here. Very cool to see that mythic coming in. Then we've got ourselves a Challenger Troll with a Roar of the Challenge, Colossal Majesty, Rampaging Growth, Islithan Caryatid, Drowsing Pteranodon, Giant Ladybug, with the Gaia's Protector, the Ornery Dilophosaur, Spectral Hunt Caller. Then we've got ourselves a Savage Punch with a Thriving Grove and some forests in the back. All right, next up we got Experimental. This is going to be a rare at a red. So we're going to see ourselves a Mizzix Replica Rider, followed by a Grotog Night Runner, Cyclops Electromancer, Spark of Creativity, Act on Impulse, Thermo Alchemist with a Spark Mage Apprentice, Catalyst Elemental, Goblin Researcher, a Firebolt with an Electric Revelation, Electrify, and then the Thriving Bluff. Fantastic. All right, so we're holding steady at 2 mythic themes. Going to need that number to jump up by at least 1 more, if not 2. Although I have had some really good luck towards the bottom of these boxes. Let's see. All right, so we've got ourselves Inventive here. This is just going to be a common out of blue. This is going to contain Tezzeret Artifice Masser. So that's pretty cool. Then we got ourselves a Planner Atlas with a Launch Mishap, Whirler Rogue, Skilled Animator with the Merfolk Pupil. Then we've got the Gearsmith Prodigy Aviation Pioneer with a Gearsmith Guardian, Gear Seeker Serpent, an Aether Spellbomb, an Artificer's Epiphany with a Thriving Isle. And then we're going to see a Seat of Synod. There's our basic lands. All right. All right, so 8 more theme packs to go here. Don't worry, I'll be providing Jevin the full spreadsheet, which includes the inventory of each one of these. So he'll be able to put them back together in case he wants to shuffle up and play. So we got ourselves a Landfall here. So this is going to be a rare out of green. And we're going to see a Rampaging Ballast, followed by a Courser of Krufix. Then we've got a Turn Timber Basilisk with a Primeval Herald, Zendikar's Roll, Rampaging Growth, Oshara's Cultivator, Snapping Gnarlid with an Adventure Gear. Then we've got a Canopy Baloth, Kalani Heart Expedition with a Master's Rebuke, an Evolving Wilds, a Thriving Grove, and some forests. Just stack those up. All right, so we got ourselves Constellation here. This is going to be a rare out of white. And we're going to see Sigil of the Empty Throne, followed by a Sage's Reverie. And we're going to see a Blessed Spirits, Spectral Steel, Asalad of Life's Bounty, Custody of Chains, Transcendent Envoy, with an Oromancer, Glory Bearers, Captivating Unicorn, Dreadful Apathy, Spirited Companion, and then a Thriving Heath, with some planes in the front there. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, see, so we've already seen Constellation twice. However, those were different rares in the front. So we were able to see both variations of Constellation in this box. So just because you see a theme doesn't mean that it's going to contain the exact cards that you think it will, unless it's Mythic, in which case there's only one variation. So we got ourselves Raid here. Raid is going to be... I think it's just a common out of red, but it's going to contain Kari Zev Skyship Raider with Rigging Runner, Warname Aspirant, Goblin Oriflame, Daring Piracy, Lava Step Raider, Swaggering Courser, Keldon Raider, Stormfleet Pyromancer, Plundering Predator, Raise the Effigy, Fire Canyon Blast with a Thriving Bluff, and yep, just some mountains in the back. So, for example, there is a rare out of blue called Go to School. Now, Go to School has 2 different versions. One version contains the Rhystic Study and the anime Preordain. The other version, I don't even know what it contains because it's not worth much. So, we'll see if we come across that bridge, because you don't want you want one of the 2 but not the other. So we've got ourselves an Inventive, followed by, or including, a Steel Overseer, and then a Thropter Spy Network, with a Launch Mishap, a Whirler Rogue, Clockwork Hydra, the Whirler Maker, Gearsmith Prodigy, Aviation Pioneer, the Pilgrim's Eye, the Gear Seeker Serpent, the Aether Spellbomb. Then we've got an Artificer's Epiphany with a Thriving Isle, and then the Seat of Synod again. All right, 4 more themes to go. Come on, let's get Jevin one more Mythic theme. All right, so we got ourselves Fairies. Fairy's going to be a rare out of blue. And it's going to contain a Stolen by Fae, followed by a Synchronized Eviction, then Instruments of War. Then we got a Stinging Lionfish, Glen Alendra Pranksters, Undersea Invader, Soul Reed, Spell Stutter Sprite, a Fairy Seer, Pestermite, then the Sentinels of Glen Alendra, and then a So Tiny with a Thriving Isle. All right, so that theme with the fairies does go with Eldraine. So I think it's appropriately timed that I get this one in the mail to Jevin. Okay, we got ourselves Merfolk coming out of blue. And Merfolk contains a Seafloor Oracle, followed by a Marrow Regery with a River Sneak, Sage of the Falls, an Aquatic Incursion, a Soul Reed, with a Triton Shore Stalker, Shaper Apprentice, Water Trap Weaver, Storm Sculptor, One with the Wind. Then we're going to see ourselves a Crashing Tide, a Thriving Isle, and some islands. All right, 2 themes to go here. Come on, one more good one. All right, so we got ourselves Goblins. Goblins is going to contain Ardo's Cobbler of War, which is going to be a pretty decent hit for us, with a Goblin Rabble Master. Then we're going to see a Hoarding Outburst with a Volley Veteran. Then we got ourselves a Goblin Rally with a Goblin Grenade, Torch Courier, Dragon Fodder, Rummaging Goblin, Goblin Researcher, an Outnumber, Burn Bright, then the Thriving Bluff. And there's our basic lands. All right, final Jumpstart 2022 Theme Booster. What will it be? And stay tuned to the end. I'm going to be doing the full MTG box analysis. And if you have never stayed to the end of one of my videos, it's about 5 to 7 minutes, really recapping what we saw. Okay, moment of truth. We have a go to school. That means there's a 50% chance we're going to see the best card in the set. Jevin, I wish you luck. We're going to see Baron Talarian Archmage, and that's it. We're going to see the Biblioplex Kraken, Casmina, Dismiss, Overwhelming Apprentice, Morphoc Pupil, Wizard's Mentor, Tragic Lesson, Elite Instructor, Talarian Sentinel, Academy Journey Mage. Then we got a Bury in Books with a Thriving Isle and some islands. That was just a shame. So give me just a second. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. We'll begin the analysis by reviewing the 46 Jumpstart themes before moving into a recap of the box contents. Then we'll review how much of the set we covered, along with a breakdown of coverage by rarity and a look at duplication. Following this, we'll establish a baseline for value with a look at the current value of the set before moving into a recap of the actual observed value. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 150 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level to download the analysis. Let's start off by taking a look at the 46 themes available in Jumpstart 2022. Each of the colors of Magic features 2 mythic themes, 3 rare themes, and 4 common themes. There's also 1 colorless theme called Urza, which is also a mythic. There's only a single variant of each mythic theme, 2 variants of each rare theme, and 4 variants of each common theme. And since there's 11 mythic themes, 15 rare themes, and 20 common themes, the set features 121 total variants that can be found inside of booster packs. In today's box, we saw 22 of the 46 themes, but no duplicate variants. Now that we have an understanding of the themes, let's compare what we were eligible to see to what we actually saw in today's box. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils that we observed in green and the full Jumpstart 2022 set in gray as the baseline. We saw a variance of 37 cards among the primary colors of Magic, with blue having the most at 71 and black having the least at 34. Also of note, there were 155 basic lands inside of this box. Moving into coverage, we saw 287 unique cards out of a possible 834, giving us 34% coverage of the cards in the set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue with 47% coverage. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, we saw 38% of the commons and 32% of the set's uncommons in today's box. We also saw 28 rares for 24% coverage and 5 mythics for 16% coverage. Looking at the themes, we saw 12 of the common theme variants for 15% coverage, 10 of the 30 rare variants for 33% coverage, and 2 of the 11 mythics for 18% coverage. In today's box, we saw 52 cards repeated 193 times for a box duplication rate of 40%. However, if we back out all of the basic lands, we only saw 37 cards repeated 53 times for a duplication rate of 16%. Now, before we take a look at the value in today's box, let's review the market value of the cards that you can pull out of the Jumpstart 2022 set. This chart shows all 834 cards in the set broken down by dollar category using market prices as of September 6, 2023. Currently, there are 9 cards valued over $10, with the top 3 being the Balan Wandering Knight at $17.10, Ashcoat of Shadow Swarm valued at $37.08, and the Rhystic Study at $40.37. The set also features 12 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 68 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 745 cards in the set are currently valued under $1. If you were to add up the total market value of all 834 cards, you'd be looking at $545.19 in value. Now let's recap the actual value that we saw. In today's box, we saw 3 of the 9 cards valued over $10, including the Pirated Copy at $12.19, Karn Liberated at $12.29, and the Walking Ballista at $12.49. We also picked up 2 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 23 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 452 cards that we saw are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, Jevin, a member of the channel, purchased this box directly from me for $100 even. The current market price for these boxes as of September 6, 2023 is $91.12. Included in Jevin's price was the sleeving of all rares, mythics, and any card valued over $1, as well as an advanced copy of the analytics and the shipping cost back to him. The Jumpstart 2022 box contained 24 theme packs with 20 cards each, allowing us to see 480 cards plus tokens. The 24 theme tokens have a current market value of $3.38. The 155 basic lands are currently valued at $9.30. The 196 commons in the box are valued at $47.66, and the 96 uncommons that we saw are valued at $32.24. The 28 rares have a current market value of $36.50, and the 5 mythics that we pulled are valued at $31.16. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $160.29 in card market value, which is a gain of $60.29 over the price that Jevin paid me, which means that he saw a return of 160% of his purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 15 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $86.75, which means that those 15 cards represent 54% of the total box value and 87% of the purchase price. Hello everyone, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. I've got a bonus pack for Jevin, so for those of you who stick around, you're going to get to see me open up a set booster of Wilds of Eldraine. But before we do that, I just want to show how I package the cards for shipment. So every single card, common, uncommon, they all go in team bags protected by non-token tokens. I'm also going to be sending out Jevin some stickers for the channel. I even give the same treatment to the basic lands. Now, all the rares, mythics, and any card value over $1 is sandwiched in between hard cases where the really good cards are contained. So everything is just neatly packaged in there to make sure that absolutely no damage comes to them. So with that, let's go ahead and crack open this set booster and see if we can't add a little bit more value to Jevin's box. All right, so this one kicks off with the Royal and Young Hero, followed by an unassuming Sage in foil. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mana Flare with a Utopia Sprawl. Then we've got a Spreading Seas, followed by a Spiteful Hexmage. Then we're going to see ourselves an Archive Dragon, and Up the Beanstalk, Trioan Gutsy Explorer, followed by a Bespoke Battle Garb, Grand Ball Guest. Then we've got a Skewer Slinger, followed by a Full Art Foil Forest, and then a non-signed art card. Fantastic. Well, Jevin, every single card is on its way to you, and for everyone else, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.